TEC is the Technical Education Center with Kansas City, Kansas Community College, where students attend to earn certificate credit toward a certificate or a diploma in an area that they might be interested in.
I really like it. I really like the teacher and the students there. They're really helpful to me, and I like it because she goes into certain details that I don't think most other teachers would.
Most programs are a 2-year program. However, some programs are only a semester in length. So we have multiple students receiving their CNA this year. That's definitely our most popular program, is to become a certified nurse assistant, which is required to enter nursing school in most schools.
So I was interested in this program because I wanted to start my nursing pathway early, because I know that sometimes college can be a lot of money, and the school was offering it, and they also were offering to pay some of the expenses, as if you're doing it on your own, you would have to pay all of it. So this is a really good opportunity that I could take to expand my knowledge about the nursing field and all that.
There's many benefits to attending TEC as a high school student. One of them is just the cost effectiveness, that the tuition and transportation are provided for, so you do not have to worry about that. There are some fees that cover books and supplies for certain programs, but really other than that, it is covered. And so you can go for up to 2 years and not have to worry about that. Then even if you went for only 1 year, you could continue your program after you graduate from high school, and you could then qualify for FAFSA or other financial aid and get a head start on your career.
Through TEC, it's not technically like college yet, because they know like you're high school students, and so I think the teachers there are very flexible, but they'll also be challenging you as if you were in college, and so they're kind of preparing you for the next step as you go into college the next year.
I think students really enjoy the hands-on experience. I've heard one student one time came back from a CNA field experience and said that she knew she wanted to go and work in nursing homes now, because she saw the need that was there and how much she enjoyed it. Other students, it helps them just get connected with the right people. They meet their professors, instructors, or even other bosses in the fields, and they can get connected for future jobs. And really, I think they enjoy having a half a day where they get to go, they come to school for half a day, and then they get to go and be a part of a campus where they get to focus on their future.
So far, it's been pretty good. I really like how the class is really self-paced, so I get to do stuff on my own and like teach myself. And Hagen's there, so like if I have questions, I have him.
I wanted to get a high school credit for chemistry and a college credit, and it was cheaper than doing college, and it would be a bit easier than going to college and doing it.
It's different from like biology and like regular chemistry. It's like another level, if that makes sense. It's teaching me how to be like independent and not really rely on my teacher as much.
Well, I would like to become a paramedic, so I would have to know a bunch of medicines and math. And chemistry helps with that because like the periodic table you have to use most of the time, and it teaches you a bunch of math.
Yeah, so if we're ever having problems, we get to email them and they email back and like help us work through it, or we can ask Hagen to do it for us and he does it. And yeah, pretty constant communication.
It's a bit challenging and it helps you progress, and if you're stuck you can get help one-on-one if you need it.
Well, I would recommend it if you really want to challenge yourself and learn how to take class in a different way.
So the Avila program I think is great for our students because it gives them an opportunity to see what teaching is like kind of behind the scenes. They get to interact with some of our faculty occasionally throughout the year, as well as be mentors for elementary students at the elementary schools and the middle schools. So it gives them kind of that behind the scenes, what it's really like. They get practice in making some lesson plans. They get to do some online tutoring this year with math and with reading, pronunciation skills. It kind of builds their confidence a little bit and gives them a good insight into what teaching is like.
So we do video tutoring. We do some kids that need help on their work. I was especially doing help with this kid. He was a kindergartner. His mom was Spanish. She only spoke Spanish, so it was hard for him to get on the classes and stuff. So I would call him and we would learn how to count, how to do our ABCs, and do all of that in English since he wasn't speaking English either. So just helping him. He was really little and it was really fun to help him since he is so little. And we were trying to make it fun for him so he would be engaged still and stuff like that.
So I know that we have several students right now that are taking college classes post-Turner to become teachers, which is really nice. So I feel like this Avila program has given them a jump start into a future career, and hopefully they'll come back and teach at Turner. That's kind of the goal, to grow your own program.
But the class experience, it was a little bit intimidating at first, definitely, because I think I expected it to be a lot more hard, I guess. Like you're going into a real career, so I expected it to seem that way. But it was not nearly as hard as I thought. I think I was just making myself more worried about it than I had to be.
Something that I learned about actually being a teacher was being able to track the kids' progress and not just teaching them, but making sure that what they are being taught is actually being withheld and understood by them.
Well, I do have a little bit of a better understanding of what to expect, and I now know how to make lessons, and I know that there's a little bit more work that goes into them than what meets the eye.
The work is different from our high school work because we do read more, and when we read, it's not just reading. We have to really take in-depth notes about what we're doing, what we're getting from the text, and just important things that stood out to us so we can use it later on in essays and stuff like that.
I think that was genuinely one of the best parts of last year, was that class.